Well, I know this isn't typically how I start my videos, but that's because I decided to delete the entire intro that I already had recorded on accident, which fits very good with the vibe of this entire video, because it's an hour long of trying to figure out how to fix our very big garden that completely failed, kicking our baby prep into high gear because our baby girl is due in just a couple of weeks, and finally getting our very, very tricky pool water situation figured out and squared away. Like I said, it's a long one. It's an hour. It's the longest video I've ever done so far. So I hope you guys stick around. I hope you enjoy it. Let's jump right in. So we got everything retilled and the beds reorganized. Then we had to go get Odin. That's why I'm wearing a different shirt now, because I couldn't show up to his daycare with my nipples out. I mean, I probably could, but I figured it's not the best place to do that. But it's a lot nicer than it was before. So we got everything retilled. I tilled all of the garden, except for where the beans were and where the pumpkins were. Then what I did is I went around and I dug out where the beds are going to be. This is all wildflowers in the middle here. Then we have our different beds, and I went and I stomped down all of our walking pads. So, like, I know it's not going to look like that forever. You're not going to keep this nice fluffy dirt here and these solid walking paths. But what it does... What?
You're walking in the dirt.
Oh yeah, I'm walking in the dirt, buddy. But what this does is this gives me a really good reference for tomorrow when I put down... Ooh, glass. When I put down the straw to keep my walking paths. The other thing it does is digging these little trenches should help mitigate some of the weeds. It used to, when we did like mulch and stuff like that, you can do just basically, instead of putting edging in, you just dig a trench, and that should help stop the grass from jumping that. But whatever, to me, honestly, it was more of the OCD and being able to see the outlines of the beds, which, like, it looks really good. I think it looks really good, especially like here, hold on, actually like that. I think it looks really good. So yeah, you can see the big wildflower bed right in the middle. Then we have 5 beds on that side, and then we have these 2 squares are going to be like our herbs, and then we have 2 more beds plus the pumpkins in the back there. Along that fence there is going to be wildflower strip. Along that, then wildflowers all down the middle here. We're going to do herbs, beans. I think we're going to do cucumbers, squash, cucumbers, pumpkin. And then I think we're doing zucchini. I don't remember. All I know is we're going to get some melons, like cantaloupe and watermelon and strawberries and stuff like that. And we're going to build little tiny mini, basically hoop houses out of chicken wire and the leftover fence that we have. That way, like I said, the vines can grow up and over it, and then the fruit can hang to grow. We're also going to make a hoop house for the beans over there, and that way it's not growing up the fence, because the goats will just eat it the second anything touches the fence. That's why we're like, oh, well, we could just grow the strawberries up the fence. It's not going to work because the goats will eat it. So now that we got that all done, I'm actually going to go through and I'm going to put this down. Normally, we just use this stuff in like mulch beds and stuff like that. You put it under the mulch and then you can plant right in it. It doesn't affect it. But I did the plant food just because, honestly, I don't really know. We did it just because we're going to have vegetables and stuff in here. Maybe it'll help them grow. We won't put it in the wildflowers because it says right on there you don't want to use it with flower seeds. But once they're like 2 to 3 inches tall, you can put them down there. But the whole purpose of having wildflowers is to let them overtake an area. They kind of drown out all the weeds anyways. So we'll see how that all goes. But I'm going to get preen laid down here. And then tomorrow we will plant. Well, we got to run and get more plants and more seed. And then we'll plant and then take all the straw out of the goat little run there and start spreading it along our pads here. And trying to just have really good weed control. She's all preened up. The trails are like very, very heavily preened, as you can see. And then the beds are just lightly preened. We can't do the big center section because you're not supposed to do it on flower seed, like I said earlier. You can put it on flowers once they're like 2 to 3 inches. And then I did the existing plants. You just don't put it directly on the plant. You can, but I don't. I just get it close to it. But yeah, we're good here. I'm gonna leave this.
We're gonna leave this like this, and then
Just like this for tonight.
we'll take some back away.
And then, as Brandi was just telling Odin, tomorrow we're going to go get the seeds, go get some established plants because we let ours propagate for too long. That was the other thing. That's the reason that this ended up not working out, is because we let the seeds propagate too long and basically they got root bound. If you don't know what that means, it's like it got choked out by its own roots. Didn't have enough dirt with the roots, so it ended up dying out. We still tried to put them in the ground with hopes and prayers, and only a couple of them actually stuck, as you guys saw. So we're just starting over. We're starting fresh. And I like the layout of the garden more than we had it before. Like, I really, really, really like this layout here. Especially with all the wildflowers in the middle. We can do little cuts and bouquets and stuff like that. I think it's going to look really good. As long as we can keep the weeds down, I'm going to be very happy. And I think with putting the straw down, I think we'll be good. It will blow around quite a bit. But what I'm hoping is get all the straw down tomorrow and then wet everything down. Give it a good soak. I'll put the sprinklers back out. Oh, hi, honey butt. I'll put the sprinklers back out. I'll put the sprinklers back out and let everything just get soaked. And that should help saturate some of that straw down onto the ground and kind of make it a mat while getting the all the seeds some really happy, healthy water. So that's all we got for the garden for today. It's a big step. It's a big improvement on what it was before, and I'm super happy with it. Now we're going to go inside and eat. We'll either see you guys in the morning, or if we decide to tackle baby stuff tonight, we'll put together the dresser and crib and stuff like that. But that means we got to do a lot of cleaning up in Odin's room and moving a lot of stuff around. So it is a 4-day weekend. That might just have to wait. Well, we got some good news with the pool. Little pool update here. We actually have clear water. Like crystal clear. It's a little murky right now because we just skimmed the top and everything like that and vacuumed. So it's got a little tiny haze to it. But, I mean, you guys remember, it was literally brown. Like, it was disgusting. And then it turned to green. And then I was like, I'm just going to live with it. Just going to be gross, nasty, brown, green pool water forever because we have a well. Not anymore. Man, look at that. It is so clean and clear. And unfortunately, we haven't been able to swim in it because it's been either raining or like 65 degrees and we don't have a heater for the pool. So the pool is only like, I think I checked it the other day, it was 52 degrees. But since we started taking the cover off and letting it warm up, it's up to like 64 now. It was 66 earlier. So I mean, it's getting there. By Monday, we should be able to swim. For those of you wondering how we actually got it so clear, I thought, like, oh man, I'm gonna have to let the chlorine levels drop, do iron out. I can't think of what the stuff is called, but it basically attaches to it, sinks it to the bottom of the pool, and then you have to clean it all out. It's like a 4-day process, 2-day process, somewhere in there. It just kind of is a bummer because you're not supposed to swim in it with that stuff in there. So I was like, I really don't want to do that, but if that's the only way to do it, then that's the only way to do it. Went to the pool store, and needless to say, in the nearly 2 decades that I've been at a high school now, they came out with new chemicals for pools with iron and metals, copper, all kinds of things like that in there. And it's amazing. By the way, we got a new little deck box. We just set it all up. Stores our pool stuff, and it's going to store Odin's toys. It's really nice. But this stuff is wonderful. It smells kind of like fish because they use actual, like, the lady was telling me they use actual, like, crustaceans in there. So what it does is it binds to all of those metals and minerals and things like that, and then binds to your filter, your sand pump, whichever one you have, either your filter or sand filter. It binds to that, and it takes all those metals and leaves them in there. So instead of it flowing through and going back into your pool, this basically coats your filter and your pump and the actual minerals themselves. It coats that, sucks them through, and leaves them in your filter. So what you do is you do that once your pool is clear. You clean your filter out, or backwash it for you sand people, and then you're good to go. It takes all the metals out of your pool. We used, I want to say a cup. Yeah, it was a total of a cup of this stuff to get our pool from that nasty brown. I'm going to try to insert at least a picture of it right here. So we got it from this nasty brown to this crystal clear, quite literally in 2 days. Oh, you can see the clouds. Wow. But yeah, 2 days. 2 days we got it that clean. So this stuff works wonders. And the best part about it, it doesn't matter if there's chlorine in your pool or not. You could shock your pool, put this stuff in there, and it's going to clean it up. It took almost exactly 2 days, but within the first day we started to notice the major difference. So I am 110% on board with this. It's not a sponsorship. It's nothing like that. I mean, obviously it's not a sponsorship. I have 540 subscribers. It's not a sponsorship. But this is amazing. The other thing it does is if you have any stains on your liner, it takes them out. It's a preventative, and it removes the stains on your liner. Hands down, the best savior for well water pools that I've ever seen. So it's the next day, and we are just getting to Menards now. We stopped at the farmer's market at the co-op and got a couple of things. One thing, don't be like these people. Somebody put their cart right there. They were parked right in front of us. The cart thing is right there. Literally watched him, and the dude, it was more effort to pick the cart up and put it on the curb because he had to physically pick it up, set it on the curb, instead of walking it 25 yards to put it back. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Now I'm going to go get that cart and I'm going to use it because it's going to bug me. And then, but on the bright side, right after that, little restore of faith in humanity. Saw a guy that was hauling plywood. He took his big wood cart back and grabbed a cart from another lady so that she didn't have to walk back and bring it back. So, I mean, a little restore in faith. But we're going to head inside Menards now, go to the garden center, and then I got to try to find an adapter for the pool too. So let's head in. It's also stupid busy here because it's Memorial Day weekend. I don't know if it's just like a nostalgia thing, but I absolutely love shopping for plants. Like, I think it's because when I was a kid, my mom and I would always go plant shopping and we'd go to like the big greenhouses and stuff like that. So it's just a huge nostalgia moment for me. And like, it's fun to see all the new plants and learn all the new stuff and see stuff that you want to buy that you can't buy because you have no idea how to grow it. But I love it. Love it. By the way, Odin loves this shirt. Odin, what kind of shirt is that? It's a Hell Yeah Brother shirt because American flags are no longer American flags. They're Hell Yeah Brothers flags because of Cletus McFarland's intro on his YouTube channel. So everything now is a Hell Yeah Brother flag or Hell Yeah Brother shirt. Are you putting it in your pocket? Good job, buddy. But yeah, and then like all the smells you get in here too. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Like this. I want to buy 75 tomato plants. and I want to buy these, and I want to buy these, and I want to buy trees, which we actually might buy trees because we want more fruit trees. So we actually might buy more trees because right now we just have apples and crab apples. So we want to do like plums and stuff like that. But we'll have to see. I think you can do pears in Minnesota too. We have to look. But yeah, we want to buy much more apple trees. Or not apple, fruit trees.
The dog, nobody eat this, nobody eat that. You did some more, and they
This is gangster. It's a 3/4 to a 3/4 to 1 3/4, 3/4 to 1 1/4 to 1 1/4 to 1 1/2 with the 1 1/2 inch rubber coupling, just in case. I shouldn't need that rubber coupling, but it's just in case. This is so I can put this end in the pool and then this end on the vacuum hose, and it's just like my little homemade adapter so that I can vacuum without having to hold my arm on the hose up against the suction port for the pump, because that's what I had to do yesterday when we vacuumed it, and it did not work out very well. So this should work out quite a bit better. But we got our plants. We got owner and life jacket for this weekend. Let's work on the adapter stuff. I think we're ready to go. You ready to go, buddy?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna check out, get out of here, and head back home. It's already 1 o'clock, so we got some catching up to do today. We're back with our handy dandy thing, our little coupler. So to go over it again, it's a 3/4 inch piece of PVC screwed into a 3/4 to 1 1/4 adapter, screwed into a 1 1/4 to 1 1/2 inch adapter, and it is for PVC in there. I think the 1 1/4 will fit inside of there. Otherwise, I have the 1 1/2 which fits over it, and then we can just tighten down the rubber on there. So moment of truth here. I think it'll work out just fine like this. No. So what we're gonna do, because if you can see, it fits together, but it's the exact same outside diameter. This fits right inside of the threads, so that's nice. But that means I need to go like this. Loosen this up because for some reason it's really tight. And then, look at that. It's like it was meant to be. Look at that. Now I gotta see if this fits in the pool though. Like a freaking glove, dude. Yes! That makes me very, very, very happy. Sweet! It fit absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. That means I can screw this all together, get it nice and tight, and then just leave this on. Now I got full of dirt. Just screw this all together, leave it on there nice and tight like. And then boom, I can just plug my vacuum hose, swoop, straight in. One cool little trick that we saw for like marking your plants and stuff like that you have in there is the paint sticks. You get the paint sticks, like you can buy the packs at 10 or 15, whatever it is, they're like $2. But we even just asked the people at Menards, we're like, can we just have, we need like 15, and she's like, yeah, just take whatever you want, we get them for free, we don't care. So get a bunch of paint sticks, and then Odin gets to paint them all. And then, I mean, depending on your child's level of artistic ability, you might have to go through later and paint what they actually are on there. You just paint a little picture like a tomato or cucumber or zucchini or squash, something like that. But it gives him an awesome time to be outside with us, playing in the garden. He's contributing, he gets to help, and we just get to spend time together. So instead of him just sitting there being bored or trying to dig in the dirt and tearing plants apart, because he likes to just tear the plants apart instead of put them in the ground, he gets to help out by painting the sticks and helping us identify what's what. So we're gonna get everything laid out and show you guys what we're gonna do in the beds and like where they're gonna be, and then we'll set you up and just time lapse quick and plant stuff. I'll show you what we do. This is the fertilizer that we use. It's called Milorganite. It's completely organic, and the thing about that is, like, you can't burn with this stuff. It's, no matter how much you put in, I mean, obviously if you put a cup of it in, your seed's not going to grow, your plant's not going to grow because there's just no soil there now. But you can't burn with Milorganite, so it's super safe. So what we do is we just take a little pinch, dig out the little hole, put a little pinch in there. We'll show you, but sprinkle a little pinch in there, put the plant in, cover it up, and then sometimes we'll put Milorganite, like a little sprinkle on top of it. But it's super nice. The only thing is, like, if you have like condensation or your plants are wet and it sticks to the leaves, it might do a little burn then, but it's not going to kill the plant. So we love this stuff. We absolutely love it. We'll show you, like I said. Oh yeah, I just realized it says it on the bag. Non-burning. So we'll show you when we put in a couple of the plants exactly what I'm talking about and how we do it, but it works out wonderful. Absolutely wonderful for us. Honestly, I think if we would have put it in the first time, we probably would have plants growing, but I like this garden setup way better anyways, so I'm glad that the garden didn't work out the first time. So we got everything laid out. Keeping our pumpkins there, because obviously we're not going to move them. Nice, dude. And then we're going to do cucumbers here. We got our started plants already. We're going to do golden zucchini here, which is essentially golden squash. This one we're starting with seeds. Then we'll plant that in there. Then we got, I think it's a green pepper and a red pepper, or vice versa, one of the ways. Strawberries. The strawberries are going to get a cage so that they don't grow on the ground. We want them to grow up. Again, it's a fruit. It's going to do a little bit better if it's got a cage to actually grow up, since it's a vining fruit too. And then hopefully we won't get as many rotten strawberries on that note. And then over here we got basil, thyme, can't see it, thyme. Ozzy was in the goat coop, that's why Brandy's yelling. We yell Ozzy a lot. He does, Ozzy! See, he does a lot of dumb stuff like that. We got thyme, which we use a ton. I use that in a lot of cooking. Brandi uses it a lot in breads. Basil, which again we use a ton in a lot of cooking, in breads and stuff like that. And then over here, we're actually going to do some onions, because again, onions, we use them a lot, we eat them a lot. And then catnip, I don't know, Brandi wanted catnip for her kitty cats. And then we still have our beans here, 1, 2, 3 bean plants. These ones I'm probably going to get a hoop house type thing set up for them real quick. We still got 1 sunflower, 2 sunflower, 3 sunflowers. Sunflowers that are still going to grow. And then, like we said before, this is all going to be wildflowers. And then you come over here and we're going to do tomatoes. All tomatoes here. We wanted them close because we eat those probably the most out of anything in the garden. And then here we're going to do lettuce and spinach. So we'll do lettuce, spinach, however, just 50-50 split there. And then we got watermelon. Watermelon actually did good until the chickens ate it all last year. So, or 2 years ago. I don't remember what it was, 2 years ago. So now that we have the higher fence and we're going to hoop house it, I'm hoping that, not hoop house, but you know what I'm talking about when I say that. The little chicken wire or fence type hoop for it to vine up and grow. I'm hoping that'll do a lot better. So the reason that we didn't have good luck with it last year or 2 years ago was, for one, I kept hitting it with the frickin' lawnmower, and then our chickens kept eating it. The other one we have is cantaloupe. We're gonna do cantaloupe here. Ozzy, leave him alone. Quit being a jerk. We're gonna do cantaloupe in this one. We only had one cantaloupe 2 years ago when we planted them, because again, oh, hold on, we're about to have a fight.
Ozzy, get his head out of your mouth.
Headbutt him, Houdini. Oh my gosh, those two. They both still have their things, so they like to go after each other. Ozzy's chewing on his horn. Oh my gosh. You guys can keep doing that. That's cute. Anyways, we had cantaloupes 2 years ago. We only got one, but it was absolutely delicious. The best tasting cantaloupe I've ever eaten in my entire life. Like, hands down. I don't know how else to explain it. And it was small. It was only probably 4 or 5 inches around, or like diameter. Whew, it was so good. I mean, 4 or 5 inches, that's still pretty big though. Some people would say that's like too big, honey. What do you think? Is 4 or 5 inches too small for you? Women, spoiled. Gosh. She needs an 8-inch cantaloupe to be happy. Anyways, next is zucchini. We're gonna do zucchini on the end, and then this back along the fence here all the way down, except for right here. But that side and this side, we're gonna do lilies because we have a bunch of lilies. So we got a lot of planting to do. So I'm gonna start digging the holes at least. I'm gonna rake it out a little bit just to make it a little bit flatter and a little bit nicer. And then start putting plants in the ground. Yeah, I'm gonna show you what we do with the Milorganite here. Literally, a little pinch, that's all you need. And then in the hole, boom, and then you put your plant right on there, cover it up, and if you want to, you can put more Milorganite in there, but otherwise we just drop a little bit in each hole, pop the plant in, cover it up, and it's like freaking steroids for the plants. I absolutely love them. Absolutely love Milorganite. Oh man, this is nice. So, we got everything dug in, everything planted, and all the sticks up. We got tomatoes. We got 4 tomatoes. We got 2 cherry tomatoes, a Roma, and a red beefsteak, because I like the name beefsteak. Then, we got lettuce and spinach. We have the spinach here and the lettuce here. And then you come over to the next one and we got watermelon. We got 6 watermelon plants. And then eventually, once these guys start to grow a little bit, we'll come in and we'll put chicken wire over it and dome it out. Then we come to the next one. We got cantaloupe. Same thing. Once these guys sprout and get bigger, we'll come in with chicken wire and put chicken wire over it so they vine up. Then you come on over and you can't see it because it's black on black, but zucchini. And we got 6 zucchini plants. One of them probably isn't going to make it because it broke. And that's that side of the garden. Then you come around your marvelous flower bed here. We didn't do lilies because Brandi brought up a good point. Lilies are invasive. So we didn't want to plant the lilies along the back here. So we just did, we had 4 different packs of like cutting wildflowers. So we did some there, some there, some there, and then some there. And then this is all just like pollinator wildflower mix in the middle here. Houdini's trying to eat all of the stuff. And then we got the flowers. By the way, I made that gorgeous, gorgeous stick. Look at my sun. Look at the contrasting colors and the brush strokes and my clouds. You have some cumulus nimbus, and then whatever the non-cumulus nimbus clouds are that I don't know what they're called. I'm trying to sound smart. Then you come over here. And so we used 1 stick for all 4. So it shows basil, thyme, onions, catnip. So being resourceful. Then you come over to this side. You got your strawberries, which at one point in time, once they get a little bit bigger, we'll put a cage over it. We got our red bell, our green bell. Then you mosey on down, and you got some squash. We did 4 squash plants with 3 seeds per. Then you mosey on down this way, and you got cucumbers. Cucumbers. We got 6 cucumbers. And then you mosey on over here, and you got yourself some pumpkins. I think we have, 3 pumpkin plants that actually like sprouted and worked. Oh, and we forgot to put a stake, like a little label on these ones, but we got our beans. We got 1 bean plant, which isn't looking too happy. 2 bean plant, which is happy. And 3 bean plant, which is looking decent, just needs some water. And then this one we'll get a little chicken wire cage set up for it here real soon, like. But man, let me put you guys up so you can see the entire garden. We're not putting in the straw today. It's 5 o'clock. We got 2 more days of the weekend left. We got Sunday and Monday, so we're not going to put up the we're not going to put straw in today. We'll take care of that tomorrow. Yeah, looks pretty nice. But we're going to get cleaned up here, and then we're going to go jump in our gorgeously crystal clear pool. It's still kind of cold. It's only like 66 degrees, but I'm hot. It's probably going to feel real good in there. And then we're going to run the sprinklers in here and make sure that everything gets nice and moist today. This is going to be so cold. Oh, it's like 62 degrees in there. I just got sprayed by the garden hose too. I'm being quiet because Brandi doesn't know that I'm going to go in. Out of here with that. Oh, it's miserable. Woo! Oh, that's cold, buddy. It feels good though. No, dinosaur comes up.
Yeah, we don't leave toys in the pool overnight.
All right. Well, that was fun. I didn't expect Odin to come in there with me because it's so cold, but he came in and actually wanted to stay in. I was the one that had to say, let's get out because it's cold. Like, it's cold, but it was definitely bearable. 60, 66, 68 degrees, somewhere in there. So, like I said, it was chilly, but it was plenty bearable. You could sit in there all day long and be just fine. But it's getting late. We need to shower, eat some food. Oh, Ozzy. Yeah, he's a special dog. But yeah, it was a good day. We got the sprinklers going. One of my sprinklers broke. Like, it still works. It just over rotates because there's 2 little clips, like, that you set to let it go boom and then reset and then come this way and reset. The one clip broke, so I gotta get a new one. I mean, it's a cheap sprinkler. I think we paid like $6 for it. So I'll get another sprinkler. Then tomorrow we are going to focus on getting that straw out of the goat run. That straw over there out of the goat run and set in the garden. And get the goats their new bale of hay. And freaking do baby stuff. But I'm super glad that little attachment that I did worked for the vacuum. Because nice crystal clear water. Man, I love having crystal clear water. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's just something about it that makes it feel like a pool now. It doesn't just feel like you're swimming in some dirty water. It feels like it's an actual pool. Every time you go in there, it feels like a little vacation. You can smell like that pool smell. I don't know. It's hard. It's not just chlorine, but it's just the smell of pool. So I'm rambling. we're gonna go inside, enjoy the rest of our night. We'll see you guys in the morning. Ah, dang it. Well, I mean, I guess it rains for like days at a time, right? It's just a really heavy rain on our poor garden. Oh no, yeah, we definitely got some oops. Well, the garden got watered all night long. Dang it, dude. I was sitting there, we were just finished breakfast, and I was like, I don't think I ever shut the sprinkler off. I did not. I did not shut the sprinklers off. Crap. Well, we were gonna do the garden first right away this morning, but I think we might let that one dry out for a little while. That might be a back end of the day type activity. Well, those seeds and those plants got a real good solid watering. Solid like 18 hours of watering. Whoops. So anybody that's been around the channel for a while knows that Odin's room is just connected to our room, and so we only have 2 bedrooms, his room, our room, but we only also have 1 closet, so this is kind of Brandi's closet for now too. That's all like baby diapers and stuff. Odin's clothes, that needs to go in a tote, don't worry. We're organizing, so it's a little messy right now, but baby's gonna come in here too. So we got baby's dresser up here. And this thing says it's only 150 pounds. That's a lie. It's 150 pounds, but the box is, 2.5 feet wide by a foot thick and like 4 feet tall. Trying to carry that thing up our stupid stair. Just for you folks that haven't seen our stairs. So it's like a story and a half. You can see all of our ceilings. Yeah, that was miserable. Absolutely miserable, because you can't like pick it up high. You have to like get it up just enough. You basically hug it, get it up just enough to get it up over the next step, and like waddle up the steps. That sucked really bad. No wonder why the UPS guy just left it in the middle of the road, or middle of our yard. But we're getting this in because we have a bunch of baby clothes that we want to get put in there. Diapers, we don't really know what we're going to do with that yet. Honestly, it's probably just going to stay right there. We're going to get that stuff put away, put the dresser here, get this reorganized, take Odin's bookshelf, probably put it over here next to this, and then baby's crib is going to go right there. So we have Odin and baby. I think that's the plan. But we're going to get this thing put together and set up. And you got to think, baby's due in, what are we, 4 weeks out now, honey? What is it? Yeah, 3 weeks and 6 days is baby's due date. So we got to kind of kick into high gear here. dresser's done. It's nice, actually. They lock, so like if this one's open, you can't open one of the bottom drawers. So like if this guy's open, I think you can, oh no, it locks all of them. Heck yeah, that's really nice. That took way longer to put together than I was expecting it to. There was actually a lot to put together on that. Like normally, I don't know, I think I was expecting it to be a little bit less than it was, but that took like a solid 2 hours to put that together. So I think I might actually go outside, wait on the crib until a little bit later. I think I might go outside and get the hay and straw and stuff all figured out for the goats, because normally we just let the baby goats like meander, but now they're getting too comfortable and they're like going in the road and going across the street. So I got to get their run fixed up and get some new chicken wire laid down and stuff like that, because they are, like I said, meandering in the road. So I need to open it up anyways. I'll get that fixed up, and then that way they can just stay in their run with the big boys and not go on the road and get hit and get lost and all sorts of fun things like that. So I'm super glad I got this done. Brandi's building a baby swing over here with Odin. And then once we come in, I'll get the crib and everything set up and put together.
Bouncer.
Are you building the bouncer? Yeah. And then I'll get the crib and everything set up when we come back inside after fixing up the goat coop and the garden. Now that everything's dried up a little bit in the garden, we're going to pull this out. So there's still like goat poop and stuff in here, so hopefully it doesn't fertilize too much. But I'm thinking when we get down to the under layers, it's more, I don't want to say like rotten, but it's more composted, and it'll just be a better lay down for in the garden. Art. That is 110% gonna break, and this thing's gonna come smacking me in the face. But it'll make good content, so that's okay. I'm hot. Black shirt while doing all that stuff sucked, but we got her all done. We got all of our trails covered in straw, and it's like moist, gross straw, so it's actually bedding down pretty good. And then once we get a couple of waters on it and stuff too, I think it'll turn out really good, turn out really well, and just make it a better garden all around. Until we get some good waters and some good rains on here, we're not actually going to walk barefoot in there because it's pretty gross. And I just want to make sure that we get all the poop and pee and stuff washed down before we start walking through there barefoot. But honestly, if you're going in there in sandals or Crocs, like, we wear them to come outside, might as well just keep them on when you go in the garden. But it's kind of nice before being able to go barefoot in there. It's whatever. So we got this done. Now I got to go push the round bale into the goat run and fix the fence, because our goats, I don't know if you can see them all the way out there. Yeah, they're currently meandering away, so I gotta go wrangle them up, get the hay in the goat run, and fix the fences. Oh, need help, buddy. This strong old guy. you give me strong, encouraging words of affirmation?
Oh. You got it.
You got it. Push, buddy, push. Woo!
Keep pushing, buddy. Go out.
We got it. High five. High five. I know, I see a high five. Who needs a tractor when you are the tractor? Is that why you're attracted to me, honey? Because my sense of humor, my humility, and my muscles? Oh. Got the big bale in. Got the fence put back together. Now we just need to go through. We have all that chicken wire from when we redid the fence on the garden. So we're going to go through, patch up any holes in the bottom layer of chicken wire, and then we're going to run another layer up around the top of it so it should cover almost the entire fence. But we just never got around to it, and figured right now is a really good time to do it. Really, honestly, will probably only take us like an hour to do it. We just need to quit procrastinating and do it. So I am absolutely exhausted. We got Odin's room reorganized. We got his little fairy lights up that you put all the little, you hang all your little Polaroids up. So that's super cute. You like that, buddy? But you're not wearing any pants. I'm not gonna put you on camera. Here, I'll show your head. You like those? Yeah. You're super proud of them, aren't you? He loves it. He loves it. He goes, oh, so cute. But we got it pretty much organized. I gotta cut all that out anyways because you're in your underwear. So, not putting my child in his underwear on Facebook or on YouTube. So I had to cut all that out because I pointed the camera right at Odin. But he really liked it. He likes his, there we go. He likes his whole little nook over there. It's his little reading nook. It had Odin in there, but it was Odin in his underwear, and I'm not putting that on YouTube, so sorry, weirdos. But yeah, we're happy with it. It's like 9:30 at night, actually. Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock. So I need to go put the pool cover on, take a couple of his toys out to the barn, and then relax. And tomorrow's Memorial Day, so I gotta get ready for my Murph, and we're just gonna hang out and chill for the rest of the night. So here I am trying to get ready for my Murph, and along comes this guy. Dude, I'm trying to go do stuff, and he's just chilling in my barn. I will get you outside. I will get you to a safe spot, but you're not allowed in the barn. All right, dude. You're not allowed in the barn. I'm sorry. Anyways, I gotta get my weighted vest on and head outside for my Murph. I think this guy's gonna come with me here. Alright, well, I think we found this guy's home. I think we're just gonna put him over in the brush. Oh, you hungry? Yeah, I think we're just gonna put him in the brush, kind of over here, and see if he learns how to fly. So I'm just gonna let him go and hope for the best for you, dude. Here, you want to try to fly away? Fly, little birdie, fly. Alright, you're almost there. You'll be good. Anyways, got the weighted vest out. It's time to do the Murph. I'm not going to take you guys with. You don't need to see me go for a run and then do a bunch of exercises. So for those of you that don't know, the Murph, something that a lot of people do on Memorial Day as a memorial workout. It's a mile run for time, and then 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 air squats, and then you finish off with another mile run. And you do it all with, some people say plate carrier, some say 40-pound vest, some say 50-pound vest. I go right in the middle and I do 45 pounds instead of my actual plate carrier, just because it's clunkier. This is a little bit smaller and more compact. But yeah, I'm gonna get that cranked out because I'm starving and we got donuts. We went on a donut mission this morning. We went to the first gas station, they didn't have any. So then we ended up going in a quick trip. And I have 3 donuts that I'm gonna devour after my Murph here. So I'll set you guys down and I'll see you when I'm done. 47 minutes and 20 seconds. That is about 16 minutes faster than my fastest time ever. I'm hot and I'm gonna eat all of them and then probably throw them up. And then go swimming. And then enjoy the rest of my Memorial Day. So, on that note, I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, had an awesome weekend. Now that summer's rolling around, get outside, enjoy the weather. Even if it's chores you gotta get taken care of, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Because, not to get sentimental, but there's a lot of people that don't have the opportunity to go outside and do their chores and do things like that. So, take time to reflect sometimes, live in the present, live in the moment, understand what's right in front of you, not what you're chasing. So, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye,